here outside 900 Bay Street. I'm just about to go inside there and getting locked into the Ontario budget. What can I say? The budget lockup was never going to be an exciting affair. Quite frankly, you sit there for 3 hours and you get an opportunity to read the budget before it's announced at Queen's Park publicly and in the House. So it's an opportunity to go through the budget and see what particulars are standing out to you. And a couple of things jumped right out at me. Single mothers in their explanation of why they're going to reduce pension funds. We do not think it's fair to ask a single mother who earns $14 an hour and who has no pension plan to pay even more of her hard-earned tax dollars into the pension fund of others. Nice of you to use a single mother when you conveniently need it. What they're really saying is, we think single moms is a good one because it's a woman's issue, and we're going to use that to our advantage here in this sentence. And at the same time, we'll leave out the fact that single moms that aren't working, the ones that are not going to be getting their extra $100 child tax benefit, and the ones that are perhaps on social assistance because they don't have any other means of support right now, are going to be left out to dry. Right after I read through the budget, I scampered across the street to the Queen's Park, where they told us just keep your badges, because they give you a badge when you go in. Keep your badge on, go over to Queen's Park if you want to, check out the media scrum and all that. So I did. Just a small fish in a big pond, but and the camera that I brought, I ran across the street, got some batteries, just prior to all this. And the guy in the store sold me 4 batteries that were all dead. So I get very little footage, but hey, what are you gonna do? It was that kind of day, that kind of budget. Well, it looks like all the big boys are here, so let's go inside and see if we can get involved in the scrum here.
Dwight Drummond. I want you to look at the entire economic pie. I want you to look at spending, and I want you to look at revenue generation. And have you done that and said, okay, maybe we'll put corporate taxes on the table, just like you did, by the way.
They talk about a Jobs and Prosperity Council, which I found interesting, and a Jobs and Prosperity Fund, for which they are eliminating some other programs and in order to create that, of course. It's scary. They've frozen the rates for social assistance recipients. Those on disability will be frozen for at least a year. They've canceled they slowed down the payment of the child tax benefit. It was supposed to be $200 upcoming. Now it'll be $100. So they're taken out of the mouths of babes, literally, to balance this budget. Social assistance rates being frozen, where meantime last year at 4% inflation rate and 7% for heat and hydro costs on average increase. So those people that were already on the cusp of being just literally just barely surviving are expected to hang in there, I guess, by those threats for a longer period of time. Prior to Ashley having her baby, she was having up to 20 seizures a day. And having just recently found out that she was misdiagnosed for 5 years, being diagnosed with the wrong medication she'd been taking. Since stopping to take that medication, she's now not had a seizure in 2 weeks. And yet, this was the main reason, one of the main reasons, as they were trying to say Dan wasn't able to be physically able to take care of his child on his own, and Ashley couldn't because of her seizures. And that they've also brought up her past from before she was 18 years of age, which wasn't fair. Is this how we treat our disabled? By taking their children from them and medicating them? But they'll put them back to work. as if that was the only issue, you know, with people. Not much about the fact that they've also canceled the community startup fund. That was quietly. That wasn't really something that they brought forward in their. It's in here, of course, but it talks about a welfare wall. It uses a lot of terms that are U.S. based terms that don't really apply in Canada. Um, and it talks about the program integrity and long-term sustainability. So they've canceled the community startup, which used to help people essentially get into a home to live. Oftentimes have a hard time collecting first and last month's rent, or moving expenses, or this type of thing to actually get their families into a home. They've canceled that now and expect them to save that up, I guess, somehow from I don't know how, but they've canceled it. So now our anti-homelessness programs in York Region, for example, people on social assistance wouldn't even qualify for them. So, like the poorest people in York Region don't qualify for the anti-homelessness programs, so they wouldn't qualify for any funds there either. So it's unfortunate that we have a system that people that are in crisis turn. They are basically, it's the blame game once again. We'll treat the best off of the poor a little better, I guess. We'll help them. Anyway, very disappointing. Does nothing with the corporate, and doesn't touch the corporate tax base. They could have made up, billions there, but instead they'll make it up on, low-income earners and canceling programs. But hey, it's a tough budget, tough times, tough luck. I'm Tom Pearson. I'll see you out there.